Hello, good evening, dear colleagues, dear experts, and distinguished participants of this event today. I hope you can all listen and see me clearly. My name is Konstantinos Pagratis, and I would like to present today the global trends of UNESCO Health and Wellbeing cluster cities. And this is very much related to what our director, Mr. David Achoarena, mentioned in relation to the work of UNESCO Institute of Lifelong Learning and the 7 thematic areas of work. Let me introduce you with a second slide on the Learning for Health and Well-being cluster, which is currently coordinated by the cities of Osan from the Republic of Korea, but also the city of Cork in Ireland. And this is a follow-up of the 4th International Conference on Learning City that took place last year in Colombia. The cluster is currently comprised of 32 member cities from all over the world, including 7 cities from Korea, but also a lot of cities from Latin America and the Caribbean, Europe, and Arab states. So you can understand how the diversity of the cluster and how many cities are also participating in order to share the experiences and their best practices. GLNC, these 32 member cities, as mentioned, they are working towards the realization of the work plan, which is based on the UNESCO GLNC strategy, and this work will be presented with the 5th International Conference on learning cities, which is going to take place next autumn in 2021. Now, what exactly are we doing in this cluster, and what cities are doing in this cluster? At the moment, we have managed to finalize the questionnaire in order to ask the cities to share their experiences with us, but also with the 2 coordinator cities. So what is exactly what we mean by that, and what is the questionnaire entails? First of all, I would like to inform you that the questionnaire is in 3 different languages. That means we have the questionnaire ready in English, French, and Spanish, and this will be sent in the first half of September to the cluster members to the cities of the clusters, to the cities of the cluster on learning and health and well-being. So there, we're looking for best practices, we're looking for the interests of the cities, and to see what is particularly the challenge that they are facing. We're looking at initiatives in terms of strategies, what kind of strategies they're implementing, but also in terms of leadership, what kind of organizations or city actors are taking the leadership in the field of learning for health and well-being. This work will serve as a point for further coordination within the cluster of learning on health and well-being. And of course, this work will also be supported, to be honest, by the first meeting that the city of Cork from Ireland is organizing this October. The date is yet to be confirmed. And during this meeting, this is going to be the first official meeting of the cluster. And during this meeting, again, we're going to discuss, but also see what the cities are doing in the field of and what kind of challenges the cities are facing in the field of learning for health and well-being. As you know, the first year of the cluster work is coordinated by the city of Cork, and the second year is coordinated by the city of Osan. So next year, before the 5th International Conference on Learning Cities, a second meeting is going to take place, this time led by the city of Osan. Finally, I would like to share with you one case study from the Learning City, from the UNESCO Global Network of Learning City member. It's the city of Swansea, and the Health and Wellbeing Strategic Plan from 2019 2022. This presentation is part of the of a webinar that UNESCO Institute for Lifelong Learning hosted on the 29th of April 2020, a couple of months ago, as part of its ongoing series for the members of the UNESCO Global Network of Learning Cities, and it has a focus it had a focus on the mental health, but also health and well-being. In particular, I have to mention about the issue of the mental health. Now, the City of Swansea presented the strategic plan, as I said, and it presented the initiative that, together with the Swansea University, but also Health and Wellbeing Academy, they are exploring together the science of well-being and implications for the future generations. It also presented the strategic plan, which included the promotion of well-being at workplace, and finally the community empowerment and schools approaches. Finally, the identification of most vulnerable groups, as you can see in the PowerPoint, is a very important point of the important initiative of the city of Swansea, and of course this is also included in the strategic plan. At this point, I would like to mention that during this webinar we also had the participation of World Health Organization, but also the city of Manizales from Colombia, who also shared their experiences. And I would like to thank you very much for your attention. I'm available for any questions you may have. And thank you very much for your invitation once again.